Hello, today we define immersive learning environments and explore how to integrate them into your organization's learning strategy. By the end, you'll have practical insights, motivators for stakeholders, and an evidence based view of their effects on cognition and engagement. Immersive learning environments are technologies and designs that place learners inside realistic, interactive contexts. Examples include virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and immersive simulations that use 3D spaces, haptics, spatial audio, and scenario based interactions. These experiences aim to make learning contextual, active, and emotional resonant. Many organizations use simulations and interactive media to teach procedural skills, situational judgment, and soft skills like communication and leadership. Immersive environments increase realism and allow safe practice of high stakes tasks. They support experimental or they support experiential learning cycles, practice with feedback, reflection, and can be tailored to diverse learner needs. Have we used them as far as personal use and rationale? Have we used them? In many organizational contexts, adoption is selective with these aspects of technology. Reasons to use immersive tools include improved skills transfer, safer practice for risky tasks, and higher learner engagement. Reasons to avoid or delay adoption often include cost, limited content readiness, and integration complexity. With motivating curriculum designers and stakeholders, to motivate stakeholders, there are a few points to acknowledge. Highlighting measurable outcomes with reductions in error rates, with faster time to competence, stronger retention. Starting with pilot programs that target clear business programs or problems, such as safety, compliance, and customer interactions. Ensuring a return on investment examples, such as less classroom downtime, reusable simulations, fewer costly real world mistakes. And we emphasize learner centered benefits such as personalization, accessibility accommodations, and richer practice opportunities. They also offer low risk adoption pathways such as blended models with 360 degrees video pilots or AR overlays before full VR, which is virtual reality. With practical obstacles, common barriers include, again, cost with hardware, software, and content development, which can be expensive. Technical infrastructure such as bandwidth, device management, and different types of integrations with technology. Content quality, such as creating the pedagogy sound that needs to be necessary. Scenario based content requires subject matter experts and instructional designers, which can be costly. Scalability and accessibility, which ensure adequate access for remote or differentiated learners. Change management, such as trainer upscaling and policy updates and stakeholder buy-in, and addressing these by phased rollouts, vendor participants, and partnerships, and building internal compatibility. So those are some things with barriers. Some of the suggestive literature. Research indicates that there are several consistent findings. As far as literature suggestions, there are research indicators that suggest several consistent findings, such as cognitive processes. Immersive experiences can support deeper encoding when content is contextually meaningful and attention is focused. However, poorly designed immersion can overload working memory. As far as memory function, context should be rich, emotionally engaging with simulations, often improving long term retention with comparison to passive instruction and especially to procedural and spatial knowledge. With the learner engagement, immersion tends to increase motivation, presence, and active participation, which correlate with better learning outcomes with alignment with clear objectives, which correlate with better learning outcomes when aligned with clear objectives and assessments. Some of the best practices are with design of cognitive load theory in mind with segment complex tasks. There can be some scaffolding and including reflective debriefs to kind of compact and consolidate their learning. Some of the integration recommendations start with clear learning objectives that are tied to business metrics. Use pilot focused information on high impacts. This can collect and provide baseline and post pilot performance data because we want everything to be data driven. We want to blend immersive practice with preparatory micro learning and post simulation reflection and assessment, and train facilitators to maintain content improvement. And in closing, immersive learning environments are powerful when there are targeted measures, when they are well designed and integrated into broader learning ecosystems. You have to begin with a focused pilot, measure impact, and scale thoughtfully. These are ways that those technological pieces can be integrated. Thank you for watching.